G'day and welcome to my third and final video of how to store your Phantom stuff. Today is on artwork. Numerous ways you can store artwork which we'll go through. The first one is just pieces of paper laying around your house. I'm not going to show what it looks like. Just get a pad and just take a piece of paper off. That's basically what it is. First one though is in tubes. Good thing is compact, easy to store. Downside is you're bending your artwork. I only have one Phantom bit in this, which is Jamie Johnson's very large triptych, 3 covers joined together. Only reason I've got in this is because my folders, which I'm about to show you, can't handle it, not big enough. This one I do like though because it's very wide, so you're not compacting your posters or your pieces of artwork up so much. So if you're going to put a tube, try to use something nice and big like that and be much easier. Probably saw my nice bald head there as well. Next one is your big art folder. Hopefully you can see that in there. This is stuff you'll see like art students and artists carrying around to store their artwork in. Plenty of room. This is A1 size, so very large, double-sided. You can fit heaps of stuff in here. So I've got a few bits and pieces still floating about. My Sunday proof, which I haven't framed yet and probably won't because I've actually got the original on the wall. What else have we got in here? I've got a proof of a through cover. Probably should have somewhere a bit better actually. So heaps of little, these are really good. Even with binding rings and stuff in there as well. Don't have much in there. Try not to keep that one too full because you can compact your artwork, but it does the job. Depending on quality, 30-40 bucks for those at Officeworks is where I got that one from. Then you've got this one, A3 display folders. This is probably a bit over full, even though I don't have all the pages full. They compact up quite nicely. These are again about 30 bucks. You can get cheaper ones than what I paid for. I like this one, a bit better plastic, and you get the black dividers in there as well so you can separate your artwork. So that's a copy of a commission that Jamie Diaz had, done by Simon Barry. These are some proofs that used to be sent to the Falk family, which I got from Jimmy James. Uncut card sheet, the Phantom Wisdom, one of the Australian education ones I did, the other two there in Rolls to Vote, and Vote One Phantom. Dinner stuff, so a whole heap of stuff I've got here. Some Jeff Weigel stuff I've got from Supernova. Original script, heaps of stuff in here. Lots from Glenn Ford, probably overkill there. Glenn Ford signed, what a surprise, Glenn Ford signed something again. Really lots of things there, even some few personal things in here, so they are really good. I actually need to get another one of those. I do have a second one though, which is storing something a bit different, which I just want to show you. Frew sold these off a few years ago, only probably about 6 or 7 they had, was a stat. So that's the comic, which is 1282. And this is, the stat is basically what is a final proof with some markups and stuff, and this is actually the entire comic. So this is really good for that kind of stuff as well. If you've got a whole bunch of scripts or you've scored a whole bunch of artwork for someone for the same thing, you can create your own little book. So that's really handy for that as well. Then, of course, you've got framing. You can do custom framing. And the frames, or you can just go down your local Kmart and pick up some cheap frames. That's delicious whiskey as well. So this is a cheapo $10 Kmart frame. This is a Jeff Weigel print he was selling at Supernova in 2019, which he signed for me. And I've actually got it, that's the trading card. So this is a print of the original artwork and the trading card down there. Also signed by Jeff Weigel. So that's only a print. It was a $15 print you could buy. The cards, there's so many Jeff Weigels going around. Amount have gone through my hands are ridiculous. I'm not going to spend a great deal of money framing a print. That was a $10 frame. It's absolutely perfect. Perspex as well. You can still hang it. Nice, inexpensive, easy to use. And then of course you can go the full custom framing job. This is really where you can put your own kind of personal spin on it. This is Stripes, the 212th daily story from the 23rd of October 2004. written by DePaul and art by Olsen and Williams. The way I've done it, I'm keeping all my artwork. I've got, well, I'm in the room, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8, a couple more on the go. I'm keeping all the frames the same. They're all going to have the text cut out, just explaining what the story is in the same format. So that's the way I like to do it. Some people just have the frame, just nice and easy. I like the wood and the dark green. I've seen heaps of different varieties. Really can put your own personal spin on it. UV glass I've gone for is more expensive. The room I'm in doesn't get very much natural light. It is west facing. I keep the blinds shut, but for that protection of the artwork, I'm willing to pay a little extra money for the UV glass. Unfortunately, the framing on something like that, because it's custom made from quite a good framer here in Hobart, you probably pay more than the artwork, but my theory is it's worth it. Resale value doesn't actually add much to the actual artwork. People don't pay for framing because it is personalised, a bugger to ship, etc. But again, it's on the wall. I like it. That's why I want it. Love it. So if you're gonna, if you've got the money, like I say, it's not cheap. I've been doing my framing over now for the last 18 months, bit by bit. When I've got some money, really do like it. That's only a daily, and we'll go into one down the granddaddy of them all. My 3 Sundays I've had framed so far. This is by far the biggest. Oh, they are, bigger they are. My Cyberry, I generally don't know if you even see all that. This is the Mysterious Karapura, 118th story, 10th of April 1983, written by Falk, artist by the wonderful Cy Barry, personally signed by Barry as well. This story, just as a quick thing, rubbish story. This whole fantasy line that Falk used to go down, and if you haven't read the story, basically the Phantom has to go rescue some scientists who have been captured by the Baron, the Prince, whoever he is of Karapura, and they're making these ridiculous items. It's just so far out there and bonkers. It's just ludicrous. I never liked the fantasy stories. This one is probably a bit better than some of them. The reason I got this one from the options I could have bought from the Cy Barry Sunday, you've got the Phantom in, it's almost every, almost all the panels except for 2. You're in the Skull Cave, you've got Devil, a couple of times you've got Guran, you've got the Colonel. It's just, you've got Hero at the end there. I think for this piece was just fantastic, and I really do like it. Again, the framing on this one was about $350 from memory on a probably $400 piece. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I just love it. It just means I can show it. It just hangs nicely above my desk actually. Just fantastic. I think if you're going to spend the money on getting something of this value, of significance, and signed by Barry, spend the extra money and protect it and do it the justice it is. That's it for me. That's how I store my artwork personally. How you do yours, up to you, but the main thing is, especially if you've got these original artworks from the dailies and the Sundays, or original comic strip art from the books themselves, so the, say the Dynamite stories or the Moonstone stories, or some of the ones from Europe. Look after and protect them and make sure we're storing those pieces, which hopefully mean a lot to you because that's why you bought them, and that little bit of Phantom history you get to preserve as well. So thank you very much and enjoy.